Okay, y'all talk. 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 All right, I wasn't going to go live tonight. I wasn't going to do this. We're going to talk about some stuff. Yeah. Okay, so we're going to talk about some things here real quickly. You go to KentuckyDragway.com. After we get off here, we're going to be posting some links. Hey, what's up, Larry Tackett? Hey, what's up? What's up? Oh, I like that. So my beautiful bride calls me and says, Aaron, it's moved Friday to Saturday and Saturday to Sunday. And I'm thinking, God, that's why I married you. She's smart. So I'm going to give you guys a story. Brandon, buddy, we are rocking and rolling. This guy right here, Larry Tackett, he's our starting line guy. Buddy, the energy he brings to the table, I just love it. We're such awesome employees. Benny, Dallas, Sky, Jerry, Larry Blake, all the girls in the concession stands. So awesome. Well, I was sure the heck wrong about more eyeballs at lunch than at night, which is 7:30. I'm gonna give you guys a story. Story time before I get to the good stuff. So what I love so much about building race cars before we 2000 1990s was at one point in time I probably had 3 or 4 guys in here welding, fabricating, building hot rods. And what I loved so much about that process was we would be studying so hard on a fix. And I'll never forget one of the guys coming over that he saw we had been struggling. And I remember it was myself and one of the other guys. We were so in depth on what we were doing. We were so far down into the project mentally that we just wasn't seeing obvious. And we'll say number 2 employee comes walking by, number 3 employee comes walking by, and he said, what are y'all doing? I've noticed y'all struggling on this, for a long time. What's up? And I explained it. I'm like, I can remember it wasn't something big, just a small part. We had multiple things going on. And I said, we're trying to figure, and I don't even remember, I can't even picture the part, but I was like, I remember thinking, we're trying to figure this and this and this out and this. And we were so deep in the part that we didn't see the simple solution. And the simple solution was staring us right in the face. But we wasn't seeing it because we were past that point. And he said, well, why don't you do this, this, and this? And immediately, I mean, it was immediately problem solved. And I've taken that with me my whole life because we can get so deep into things we miss the obvious, or maybe I guess we'll call it simple solution. And it's really honestly not that it was simple, but we were beyond that part, and instantly it was solved. And I've taken that with me throughout so many things and problem solving. Look at it, and think to yourself, step back and look at it, or have you left a part and came back, or fabricating something just you could not get to fit, and walk away from it for 2 or 3 hours, and you come back and something falls together. So as simple as that sounds, my beautiful bride, Carrie, calls and says, why don't we move Friday to Saturday and Saturday to Sunday? And let me explain. I was so focused on waiting for the rain to pass through, making sure we could get the facility, the track dry, that I wasn't looking at wind, and I wasn't looking at when the rain was supposed to end Friday. I was looking at how cold it was Friday and how awesome it was going to be Saturday. But I knew that we wouldn't be where we needed to be Saturday. Open testing. So Carrie calls and says, Friday to Saturday, and we just move Saturday to Sunday, because as you guys, anybody follows anything we do knows that I wasn't going to release when we were going to race until we saw how much rain we got. Carrie says, we'll do testing tuning on Saturday, but we can push that off. But you guys and everybody get the track dry. And we had multiple projects going on with the track that I was already scheduling employees to work on. And then I was like, it's awesome. That'll work. That'll work. So this is what we're going to do. It's like backward. So we have this. We are going to just go ahead and set this in stone so you guys can make arrangements. Open test and tune Saturday, April 14th. And we're going to keep Friday's time. Gates open at 6 p.m. This will give us all day to get everything ready for you guys to come in and do an open test and tune. Gates open at 6. We'll have the track hot 6:30 to 10:30 p.m. for test and tune, $35, $10 to watch. This is our standard go-to Friday night test and tune. Carrie says, throw a gambler's race in there. Okay. This is what we come up with. Oh, shoot, I got the wrong flyer. Connor, talk. I didn't send it to myself. Hold on a second. That's the right flyer, but it's got the wrong start time. I redone that. Save it. All right, bear with me. I gotta find. Hold on. I'll save. Go. I've been on the struggle bus today. My phone has been locking up. Been playing music and none of the apps are working. Right, Cody? Cody, Blankenship, he knows. I was talking to Cody and it was just like music was playing. I'm like, hey, what? What is that? What's going on? I'm sorry, bear with me. I have to do flyer heads. I think I have to try. Let me save this. I've got to do the work and then I've got to email it to myself. All right. That is not right. What's going on, man? Oh, man, we're working under pressure. Hang in there with me. Hang in there. Don't leave. Don't leave. Wait us. Thank God, this is alive, too. Ignore that last flyer I put up. I can't edit a live feed. So it's funny because we had a particular incident where um, if you know how live feeds work, you realize you can't edit a live feed. But we've been told that we edit live feeds. So whenever I figure out how to edit a live feed or you figure out how to edit a live feed, please let me know. Guys. So this is why I just despise flyers. I kind of love creating them, but I just do not do good at it because there's so much information. Everybody interprets a flyer and wording a different way. I'll tell you something really cool. Can anybody tell me what the national average reading level is? Can somebody shoot me that comment? William Deaton, what? So I don't know what it was, Larry. What makes two of us? Let me see if I can get this file transferred over quickly. The times and the dates correct. Now I got to get it out here off the computer. Hang in there with me. I can't see you now. I can only transfer this there. It's downloaded. This software, see, transfer over. It's coming in. It's coming in hot. Boom. I got it. So the other flyer, I had a flyer over top of another flyer, and I had two flyers conflicting with each other that I got crossed up. So here you go. I think I have this right. I'm going to delete that one. So Saturday, open, test, and tune, just like a Friday. We're going to move and go ahead and set this stuff next time. So Saturday, we'll do a gambler's race. We'll do test and open, test, and tune, and then we're going to do a gambler's race starting at 8 p.m. I know it seems late, but it'll take us 3 hours to run the race in between test and tune. And then what we'll do is we'll do test and tune, open, test, and tune, any make and model. Everybody's welcome, junior dragsters, motorcycles. And then in between that, we'll run each round of the gambler's race. We'll do the same thing that we always do. We will, on a gambler's race, we will run modified, foot brake, separate, down to one, and then bleed you over. You modified foot brake guys are good enough to, what do you say? win. And I'll give you another story and some stats. Wow, I've got 40 of you on. I know that the foot breakers say they don't like running in the gamblers race against the top ET guys. So about 3 years ago, we'll call it 2021, we were doing a good amount during it really hot, I think, in July. We were doing a gamblers race. And we were doing a combo. I'm trying to think of the race structure. Anyway, modified foot breakers bled over into top. Once they were down to one, I think we were doing it. We may have been taking the runner up and maybe once they got down to two, but let them over or gave them the option. I added it up because a lot of modified guys were complaining. So I got curious because I'm a numbers guy and I went and added up. For that month, I think we got it for the month of July, that month, modified won more money that month than like 3 months combined in mindset. And I know it's a mental thing with a lot of racers, but I also know what was it, somebody just won a 30 grand or foot breaking, like $1 million, spring fling, fall fling, whatever it's called, spring fling, out in Vegas, just won 30 grand race amongst a bunch of boxes. So it does come down to confidence and mental. But that will stick with me forever. We paid more money to a modified racer in that month than like they had won all of year long. So have confidence in yourself. Believe that you can achieve no matter what, because you guys are good enough. You foot breakers can put the hurt on these guys. And what we call top ET. And top ET guys can put a hurt on each other. Carl McClanahan had a 1-pack, 001 reaction time, and dead on with the 0 this past weekend. Red lighted by 001 in the finals. It's Joey Smith. So it's anybody's game. So this is what we'll do Saturday. We will start off with test and tune, open test and tune, and then we'll continue to do that till 10:30, 11. And then we'll go into at 8 p.m. this structure right here. We guaranteed payout at 20 entries. It takes 26 to pay the purse. So we're basically throwing 6 entries back at you guys. A big favor. $65 entry fee includes your test and tune, $25 buybacks. I think I have everything else right. Got Saturday, April 13th, and ride eliminations at 8 p.m. and Saturday. Which leads us to this. I went ahead and got the date on there. Sunday, April 14th. This is our Eclipse Bracket Bash that we will run. Real excited about the Junior Dragster B class. What I'm going to do is I'm going to post all 3 of these on a stagnant post with the link to the website for the Eclipse Bracket Race. If you go to KentuckyDragway.com, click on the Bracket Racing tab, you will see the Eclipse Bracket Race tab open, which you can click on, and it's got all that information in there. We're adding that golf cart race in there. I've got the rules and all that stuff I worked on this afternoon for that. Creating, working on the website. So pretty much other than that, let's see what everybody's saying. Anything Sunday. Yes, Ryland. This right here. Rylan, this right here. Rylan's a bad dude, man. I'm gonna tell you something. I watched this cat. Rylan, you're just stinking off. I mean, you and your brother both are, but Rashad. But I sit here and watch this guy go up against Shane Lau. I got one coming from you. I got one coming. Going. I can't speak. Just hold on a second, Shane. I sit there and watch Rylan go up against the best. Anthony. Let's see. Anthony got beat. Lane won. So Anthony, I think Rylan took Anthony out, maybe semis or something. No, it wouldn't have been semis because that puts you in the final. So I guess it's quarters. Small tire bike. Small tire. And Rylan, that's not a slick either, is it? Dale. Dale Mears, what's up, buddy? So Rylan is running on a street tire, I think. Anyway, it's a small tire. Small tire. No bar. Bike. Hovers the front wheel, probably a couple inches off the ground, about the 60-foot beams, and chases down Anthony Blackburn and puts him on the trailer. Now, if Anthony Blackburn is one of the best, Rylan, what does that make you? It makes you a bad dude on a bike. Shifting gears. I mean, I watched that race, and I was holding my breath the whole time. Bikes make me nervous anyway, watching them go down the track. And I'm just like, holy cow, this guy just took out one of the best in the business. So, Rylan, you deserve every bit of credit you got coming, brother. So, Shane Lau, I like that. That is exactly, you get an A+ for the day if you're still on here. This guy, I raced against him in the jet car. I was running the jet car, and actually we are 1-for-1. He beat me one round, and then he wanted to go stagger tree, and with the jet car, keeping the pipe loaded, it's the anticipation gets the best of you. But once he went to Pro Tree, I was like, I'm telling you right now, you'll not beat me on Pro Tree because I can go 0-30 all day long in the jet car on Pro Tree. And I was dialed, what, a 395 and went a 396 with 30, 40, 50 live. Who knows what it was. And this is what he has to comment. I know it's probably creepy, but Dale Mears. What's up, Dale? Thank God I love you, man. Dale Mears is in the house. One of our awesome sponsors here at the track, but more or less an awesome human being. Dale built some of the best engines. He told me, hold on, Shane, I'll get back to you. Dale builds, I can't wait. I'm going to beg Dale to come here and get on this podcast with me, these live streams that I do here at the shop. The story of what Dale has going on is incredibly, it's just incredible. I mean, it's just information that obviously only diehards would love, but it is the spirit of our sport. Somebody that dreams and dreams big and has the backbone and the work ethic to back it all up. And I just wish I could talk about it, but I told Dale I wanted to get him here. I'm sure I could do a remote deal, which is obviously a lot easier for Dale, but I would just love to have him here in my shop. He's never been here. And it's just some cool stuff. Shane Lau never came back when you went to the mill. Actually, you don't know what that means. I read a lot of comments. Did anybody look up, hey, Shane, did you look up what the national average reading level was? Can you do that for me, please, and post it? Because I'm pretty sure that's where the struggle comes when it comes to information, because we can put a bunch of information on here and we can type up a whole bunch of stuff. Then there's so much stuff you ain't gonna read it. But if it's a little bit of stuff and it's abbreviated, then it can be taken so many different ways. So it's definitely a challenge. But Shane, would you please do that for me? I don't know what the milk means. You never came back. I told you I'd be 080. Well, you're probably right, because I knew I could go 30. All right. I think that's it. Let me go back to the screen. Saturday, we're going to work our butts off, pray for wind, pray for not that much rain. Let's get this place dried up. I think the worst of it's coming tomorrow. So obviously, Wheels Up Wednesday we're not doing, which I discussed that earlier today. Go down below this post and watch the live feed there. Do some good stuff. We have made the decision on modified that it's going to be any size tire, foot brake on. I know it's not going to make the trans brake guys happy, but Dallas, Kerry, and I have talked about it extensively, and that class has always been a struggle for us, and Dallas confirms it for the years past. And we just are going to, like I told you guys earlier, when it comes to modified, the ones that are supporting us are foot brakers. Sportsman doesn't fit some of you guys because you're big tires. I want to keep Sportsman an entry level, somewhat of an entry level stepping stone. And the small tires, I feel like helps it. Now, IHRA wants us to stay in line with the 740 ET. I tried 7 flat, and that knocked a lot of guys out. So I thought, well, we'll go with the small tire. We did that. Our numbers have been good for Sportsman. Yeah, we could pay more money, like we did this past weekend. It paid $1,200 to win. But all you're doing is, it's nice to see it, but then all you're doing is bringing in class killers. And I don't want that class to be that way. Now, that doesn't mean that there won't be Clayton Watson's awesome, Brian Hale's awesome, Willis Pendergrass is awesome. So many guys are doing so well in that class. It doesn't mean that those guys aren't going to dominate, but we still have to do our part in the stepping stone process of bringing racers in and then going to the next level and going to the next level and going to the next level. You guys will help see that with me. And when we make these decisions, it's not decisions that are based off of just to hurt one single person. It's nothing ever to do with that. We look at the big picture. The big picture is how to get people into drag racing, how to get them through that stepping stone process. It's not going to ever be perfect because there's no such thing. But we can get more racers involved. Shane, let me get this off. Justin says, what's the start time Saturday? Justin, you're still on here? 8. I wish his tabs were showing bigger. I struggle trying to see these things. Justin said Saturday. It's not Saturday, it's this one. Justin, 8 p.m. And the reason being is we know we can run this race in about 3 hours. Let's take 9, 10, 11. We want you guys to stay in camp and race Sunday. But it's our best effort in dealing with the rain. In my mind, I was thinking I'm just going to wait it out. And if it don't get the rain, then we'll race Saturday and don't worry about Sunday. Sunday's numbers aren't ever as good as Saturday. But if you just simply can't race and get started early, then it's just a mess, you know. So we're going to start as late as possible Saturday with a Friday program, this is like what a Friday program is. It's open, test, and tune, and a game race. So Kerry came up with that. made that latch in my head, and I thought, oh my gosh, really, I was focusing on the actual race day, not uh, a Friday, Saturday, Sunday, because in my mind, Sunday is just we're going to work our butts off to get everything cleaned up. Now, with that being said, I think we'll be good with this. Carrie was telling me we're supposed to get some good amount of meat. Justin Gaffney, bracket racing Saturday or Sunday? Well, at this point, it's both, Justin. You got any questions, just reach out to me. I'm going to post, probably not tonight, I'm going to post at my normal 6 a.m. If it gets good traction. I'm going to post all the information, the link to the website. Shane Lyle, you still owe me a Google. So why aren't we doing more detailed flyers? After watching an MCA track like Norwalk, after watching the way that Streetcar Takeover, so much information goes into a flyer. I will look at a lot of these flyers and I'm like, what the heck am I looking at? And we get the questions. We get the questions and questions and questions even after the flyer is posted. And it's so hard to fit all that stuff on there. And I know, Michael Beard has done a lot of our flyers for us, what I call our professional flyers. And man, there's so much content. And then there'll be a little mistake. And then that flyer will be out at 10 different social medias. And then we're like, running around trying to pull them back off and put the new one on there. It's got the correct spelling or the correct date or something, I can control all that because I do our own website work. It's not that it's on this high level website, but it's a website that I can manipulate here in my shop and make changes. Or if I think of something at 1 o'clock in the morning, I can pop up out of bed, grab my laptop, and go in there and be like, oh crap, I forgot about this. I can actually get it corrected. It just makes it, once you all get used to going to the .com page of Kentucky Dragway, posts aren't going to get lost. Information is going to be laid out cleaner. But it's like anything else, you got to get used to it. So that's why we're doing it. We want to get you guys trained to go to Kentucky Dragway and click on them links and be able to find something super quick. Like, we've had our schedule posted since like January, something, maybe February. I don't remember when we finally released it. But like nobody knew where it was, and it was pinned to the top of the Facebook page. And people were asking us, when are we going to release the schedule? But the problem is, if we make it a post, it gets driven down because, we have a lot of information to get out there. And then if we pin it now, the way Facebook works is they put it in the feature column. A lot of people just don't, it's there, with our performance directory and our hotel, it's all, and it's nice because you can now pin multiple things. You just, when you start to scroll down, you just got to scroll down. And I know it's something you got to get used to. When I was working on this computer and I work on the website, when I step away from a month and I come back, and they've updated the software on the back end, heck, I'm lost for a while until I get back into the rhythm of knowing where all the buttons are when you create the website. So I feel like that once everybody gets used to going to the KentuckyDragway.com page, it's going to help you guys navigate and find things easier than not finding it. I mean, we'll have stuff posted to the top of the Facebook page, the very, very first post, and then we'll get a message asking a question that is right there. You just got to look for it. Scroll down a little bit. So, Shane, you left me. Okay, well, that was it. I didn't even want to do this tonight, but when Carrie said something about it, I got like super excited. I got like super excited about it, and I wanted to come down here. I went ahead and got the graphics done, and here it is. We're going to do this on Saturday. We're going to move Friday to Saturday and Saturday to Sunday. We think that's the best, and it's just part of the year where things are. We've got to be able to. How do I say this? We've got to be able to set ourselves up for success and getting information out. Also, be efficient. If you guys have questions, go to the KentuckyDragway.com page and scroll around a little bit. There's a lot of information. Okay, that's it. You guys have a fantastic Tuesday night, and we'll see everybody start Saturday with the Gamblers Race. And Sunday, we'll go into Top 18 Modified, 8th Mile Sportsman, quarter-mile trophy. Then you drag your A class, then you drag your B class, and you're like Tom B main. Then we'll have a test and tune class at the end of each round. I know a lot of guys are still testing and tuning, and a lot of guys are still working on parts. So other than that, I will also put out a statement saying that our foot brake has changed. You know what? If you go to the .com page, it's already on. You go to KentuckyDragway.com. I wish I could get that screen. Yeah. It's so nice if they had a way to scroll the internet. Two things together that might not work that way. So I'm on Kentucky Dragways, place.com. This is what it looks like. See the three little dots or three little lines? You click on that. This is what it opens up to. It's got home, working on a shop to sell shirts, our schedule, no prep, heads up, prep racing, bracket racing. So see that bracket racing? Octane night meets, Southern Classic, track info and contact. So you see where it says bracket racing? So we're going to click on that. That's what it opens up to. So it says bracket racing, Wheels Up Wednesday. Eclipse Bracket Bash. Points. If you haven't signed up for points, man, you guys need to go ahead and sign up for points. Click on Eclipse Bracket Bash. Of course, this is what it opens up as. If I take this pen, I scroll up, give you start times. Top ET, and all the information there. Sportsman. Or modified. Well, it's just not focusing. Anyway, you'll see it says modified foot brake. No dragsters, any tire size, foot brake only, no delay boxes, no two steps, no trans brakes. So I know that's not going to fit everybody's setups. It was something that Dallas, Carrie, and I have talked about extensively on making a move. I've learned you can't make everybody happy. Here in my shop, I always said, doesn't mean you can't try. But running a racetrack, I realized that some of y'all are gonna bash us no matter what. So work piece with it. Or boycott us. I know we want to do that. William Deaton, good night, buddy. Steve, sounds good. Post your infomercial up on going to the webpage. But for the non-tech guys. Probably pretty sure say post your information up on going to the webpage or the click for the non-tech guys. You know what I could do, Steve? I could do a screen record and click through it that way. I think that'd probably be the most efficient thing. But it's all on KentuckyDragway.com. Anyway, you guys, thanks for joining us and hanging in there with us. Man, we just have a great vibes and electricity at the track. Last 2 weekends have been they've been so good. You guys are kind of just knocking it out of the park. The Sportsman $1,200 deal was awesome. I know you guys would like us to keep it that way, but I don't want that class to get. I want to go from our trophies quarter mile to our 8 mile foot brake small tire into any tire for modified and then into top ET. Not that that's what people do, because you got Anthony Blackburn that I doubt has ever ran top ET, but maybe he has. May stand to be corrected on that. I know a lot of you guys die hard no box, but if we really wanted to say, I'll end with this. I like racing modern technology. I like it. I like electric cars, but I don't want them forced on me. I'd like to have one for a third wheel. And that got to start reading something. I forgot what I was saying. Are you going to have time cutoffs for sportsmen? Like IHRA does, or like you used to be in bracket 1 and 2. Clayton, at this point, no. I know you haven't been out racing with this much, but if you would have been at the track over the last, say, 6 weeks, we have tried to started. IHRA wants us to get in line with what they do, and I understand that. Their sportsman class cuts off at 7:40, and we tried a 7:0 cutoff, and that alienated quite a few of our cars that want to support the sportsman. I think TJ runs 680s maybe or something like that. But so I dropped that. Dallas and I talked extensively about it. I'm like, Dallas, I need something that separates these classes. And we came up with the tire, little small tire. And all that information can be found on the KentuckyDragway.com page. Okay. I did not want to be on for 44 minutes. I'm ready to go home and do my thing. You guys have a fantastic afternoon. Hopefully tomorrow we don't get too much of the rain that they're calling for. And we are excited to see everybody Saturday and Sunday.